They wait until the frost is gone, until the soil is warm, until it looks safe. And every single year, those people spend the whole summer playing catch-up, harvesting a fraction of what they could have grown, wondering why their neighbors are pulling tomatoes off the vine while they're still waiting on their pepper plants. The difference isn't luck, it's timing. And March is when that timing either works for you or against you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 crops you can put in the ground right now, in March, that will fill your kitchen all summer long. Some of these go directly into your garden. Some start on a sunny windowsill. But all 7 need to happen this month if you want a full harvest by July. Before we get into it, comment below with what you're planting this spring. I want to see what everyone's growing. Number 1, peas. Peas are the most underrated early season crop in the backyard garden. They don't just tolerate cold, they need it. Pea seeds germinate best when the soil is between 40 and 50 degrees. If you wait until May to plant them, the soil is already too warm, and your germination rate drops off fast. Plant your peas directly into the ground in March, about 1 inch deep and 2 inches apart, along a fence or a vertical support frame. They'll climb on their own. You don't need to do anything except keep them watered. In 8 to 10 weeks, you'll be pulling fresh peas off the vine. That puts your first harvest somewhere in late May or early June, right when the rest of the summer garden is just getting started. One more thing on peas. Don't pull the plants when you're done harvesting. Cut the vines off at the soil line and leave the roots in the ground. Peas are legumes, which means their roots fix nitrogen from the air into the soil. Those roots breaking down over the summer feed whatever you plant in that spot next, tomatoes, peppers, or squash. It's free fertilizer from a crop you've already eaten. Number 2, lettuce and salad greens. This one surprises people. They assume salad greens are a summer crop. They're not. Lettuce, spinach, arugula, and mixed salad greens are cold season crops that actually bolt, meaning they go to seed and turn bitter when summer heat kicks in. If you plant them in March, you get 8 to 10 weeks of consistent harvesting before the heat shuts them down. That's a full season of free salad from a patch of ground that would otherwise be sitting empty. Direct sow them in rows about ½ an inch deep. They germinate fast, sometimes in as little as 5 days. Thin them to about 6 inches apart once they sprout. Cut leaves from the outside and the plant keeps growing. One planting in March can feed a household for weeks.
Number 3, kale. Kale is tougher than it looks. It handles frost, it handles wind, and it keeps producing long after most summer crops are finished. But here's the thing most gardeners miss. Kale planted in early spring actually tastes better than kale planted in summer. Cold temperatures convert some of the plant's starches into sugars, which softens the flavor. Plant kale in March, either from seed directly in the ground or as small transplants if you can find them. Space plants 12 inches apart. They don't need much. Give them decent soil, consistent water, and they'll produce leaves from spring all the way into fall, sometimes longer. The variety matters here. Curly kale is what most people picture, but for a working garden, flat-leaf lacinato kale, sometimes called dinosaur kale, is easier to harvest, easier to cook with, and holds up better in heat. Either one works, but if you're picking up transplants from a garden center this month and you see both, go with the lacinato. Number 4, broccoli. Broccoli is one of those crops that need a head start to hit their window. It grows best in cool weather, which means you need it to mature before the summer heat arrives. If you start broccoli seeds indoors in early March, just in small containers on a windowsill, you'll have transplant-ready seedlings by the end of the month or early April. Get those transplants into the ground in April, and your broccoli heads will be ready to harvest in June, right before temperatures push past what broccoli can handle. If you skip this step and try to direct sow broccoli in April or May, the plant matures in midsummer heat and either bolts immediately or produces heads so small they're barely worth harvesting. Start it in March. It makes all the difference. One practical note on starting broccoli indoors is you don't need a fancy setup. Fill small containers or a seed tray with potting mix, press 2 seeds about 1/4 inch deep into each cell, water them in, and set the whole thing near a south-facing window. They'll germinate in 5 to 7 days. Once the seedlings have their second set of leaves, thin them to 1 plant per cell and keep them on that windowsill until overnight temperatures consistently stay above freezing. Then harden them off for a few days. Set them outside during the day and bring them in at night before planting them out for good. Number 5, radishes. Radishes are the fastest crop in the garden, from seed to harvest in 25 days. That's not an exaggeration, that's just what radishes do. Plant a short row of radishes in March and you'll be pulling them before April is over. More importantly, radishes are a great soil loosener. Their top roots break up compacted ground and create space for the slower crops coming behind them. Plant them between rows of slow-growing vegetables and they'll be gone before those plants need the room. They also mark your rows. If you've ever lost track of where you planted slow-germinating seeds like carrots, plant radishes in the same row. The radishes sprout fast and show you exactly where the row is while you wait for the other seeds to come up.
Number 6. Carrots. Carrots are a slow crop. They take 70 to 80 days to mature, which is exactly why they need to go in the ground in March. If you wait until May to sow carrots, you're harvesting in late July at the earliest. If you sow them now, they'll be ready in late May or early June. The one thing carrots need is loose, deep soil. They won't grow well in compacted or rocky ground. They'll fork, stunt, or just stop growing. If your soil is heavy, mix in some compost before sowing and work it down at least 8 to 10 inches deep. Sow carrot seeds about 1/4 inch deep in rows and thin them to 3 inches apart once they sprout. They're slow to germinate, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks, so don't give up on them. Once they're up, they take care of themselves. Number 7. Onions. Onions need a long growing season, typically 100 to 120 days from transplant to harvest. That means if you want onions ready in July, you need to be planting onion sets or transplants in March. Onion sets are the small dried onions you'll find at most garden centers this time of year. Push them into the soil about 1 inch deep and 4 to 6 inches apart, pointed end up. They're forgiving, they're fast to establish, and they'll produce full-sized onions by midsummer. If you wait until May to plant onions, you're pushing your harvest into September, and depending on your climate, you're racing against the first frost of fall. Plant them now. So that's the list. Peas, salad greens, kale, broccoli, radishes, carrots, and onions. 7 crops that go in the ground in March, some directly, some started indoors first, and all of them are set to fill your kitchen from late spring through the entire summer. Here's what I want you to notice about this list. None of these are exotic. None of them require special equipment or special skills. They're the backbone of a working garden, the crops that produce reliably, feed a family, and don't need a lot of babying once they're established. The only thing they require is that you plant them on time. So here's what this week actually looks like if you want to move on all 7. Day 1, pick up onion sets and pea seeds from a garden center and get both in the ground. Those 2 crops need the most lead time, and they go in directly with no prep. Day 2 or 3, start broccoli seeds in small containers on a windowsill. That's 15 minutes of work. Day 4, direct sow a row of radishes and a row of carrots side by side. The radishes will mark the row while the carrots take their time germinating. By the end of the week, you've got 5 of the 7 in motion. Kale and salad greens can go in any time over the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're the most flexible crops on the list. That's 1 week of action for a full summer of food. Most people won't do it, not because it's hard, but because it doesn't feel urgent yet. It still looks like winter outside. The ground is cold. It doesn't feel like gardening season. That feeling is exactly what separates a productive garden from an empty one in July. If you've been treating spring prep as something you get to eventually, something you'll start when it really feels like spring, this is your sign to go outside this week and get something in the ground. Even one of these crops, even a short row of peas along a fence. Getting started beats waiting for perfect conditions every single time. If this video helped you, leave a comment below with which crop you're planting first. And if you're new here, this channel is about one thing: building a garden that actually works in real backyards with real results. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.